Get ready, the 4th of July weekend travel rush is on. Whether it's the airways or the highways, America's pent-up demand to get away is on full display right now. Hey, Andrew.
Hey there, Karen, and happy Friday, everyone. The weather is cooperating so far. Beautiful sunshine, puffy clouds out there, and it is pleasant, nice and dry and refreshing. Does it stay this way the whole weekend? You know it gets hotter. We'll talk about a hot holiday weekend forecast in minutes.
Thousands of priests over the years have been educated in this building right behind me here, including a pope. And yet that is about to come to an end. We'll tell you why.
We're just one day into Michigan's vaccine sweepstakes, and it's already looking very popular.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We begin first at 4 with breaking news in Detroit, where a man was shot and killed inside a restaurant. It happened at the Captain Jay's Fish and Chicken store near McNichols and Myers. Detroit police tell us the victim was a customer waiting inside that restaurant and looking out the window when another man came inside and shot him twice. The shooter drove away in a white Nissan. Police are attempting to get surveillance video from inside the restaurant. We'll have more information on this breaking story as it becomes available. Also breaking right now, the arrest of a man wanted for 2 sexual assaults at a dollar store in Detroit. Antonio Lee Cotton of Grosse Pointe faces a slew of charges, including torture, kidnapping, armed robbery, and criminal sexual conduct. The attacks happened last November at a store on the city's east side. Police say Cotton robbed 2 women at gunpoint and sexually assaulted them. The FBI says Cotton exchanged gunfire with federal agents last week in Lexington, Kentucky. He was arrested today in Detroit and will be formally charged on Tuesday. All right, let's turn to our weather as we head into the 4th of July weekend. Andrew is in for Ben with a look at what's in store for those who are staying in town for the holiday. Andrew.
Hey there, Karen, and it is looking beautiful out there, starting with this evening. Already earlier today, nice dry weather is in place. Absolutely delightful. Beautiful sunshine, not a drop of rain in sight, and temperatures in the 70s. Sure, this is below average, but I think we'll take it over the high heat and humidity. And if you do like that, that is coming before the weekend is over. 72 right now for our friends over in Port Huron, while it is 76 over in Ann Arbor. Nice puffy clouds overhead as we're looking live. 75 right now over at Metro Airport, and when you have dew points like this in the low 50s, you know you are in the comfort zone. Good kite flying weather this evening as well. Winds at around 10 to 15 miles per hour or greater. Now, while we're in the 70s, it's in the 80s off to our west, so you know that warmer air is on the way. But if you're headed out this evening, your ice cream forecast is looking good. Simply take your time as you enjoy a cone with the family. 72 degrees and nice and comfortable. More on that hot weather for the holiday weekend, Karen, in minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. And if you are traveling this holiday weekend, you're one of millions. Sky 4 giving us a look at northbound I-75 over in Auburn Hills right now. A prime day for heading up north. With so much pent-up demand, travel experts are expecting pre-pandemic levels of people on the roads and in the sky.
What a difference a year makes.
This 4th of July, travel is back with a bang.
You don't really appreciate how much you missed it until you get back to doing it again.
Flying? The TSA says more than 2 million people went through airport security checkpoints this past Sunday, and it expects to see even more travelers this holiday weekend.
Leisure demand is more than 100% recovered.
On the roads, AAA expects more than 43 million people to travel by car, more than even before the pandemic. But you will pay at the pump. Gas prices are forecast to stay above a $3 average through the summer.
People may generally feel a little more comfortable traveling by car. It gives you a little more control over protecting everybody in the family.
Because let's not forget, the pandemic is not over, and the highly contagious Delta variant has spread to all 50 states and D.C.
You can still celebrate. If you are vaccinated, you have a high degree of protection. If you are not, you should wear a mask, and you should think very seriously about getting vaccinated.
Mother Nature will challenge some celebrations as well. It's expected to be dry and hot in the west, rainy and muggy in the south and along the east coast. Not that it's expected to slow down travel much.
You're going to have a lot of company on the road and in the skies and around you at all times. Remember, be patient.
And do not text and drive. According to travel experts, the 2 worst times to drive in terms of congestion over the holiday weekend are Friday afternoon, which is right now, and midday Monday. Now, let's get to the coronavirus, and it appears Michigan's new vaccine sweepstakes is really popular. So far, a total of nearly 465,000 Michigan residents have signed up, including nearly 24,000 young people. If you're vaccinated or make an appointment to get the shot, you are eligible for $5 million and $500,000 in scholarships. We have information on how to sign up right now on clickondetroit.com. Turning now to today's coronavirus numbers, the state reports 101 new virus cases and no additional deaths over the past 24 hours. Also today, the state announced going forward, COVID-19 data will only be updated on Tuesdays and Fridays. President Biden expected to visit Michigan this weekend. He'll visit Traverse City Saturday with Governor Whitmer. The White House says it's part of a nationwide tour to celebrate progress against the coronavirus. First at 4, we're on top of stories making headlines around the world this Friday. The U.S. Labor Department says 850,000 jobs were added in June, including 194,000 jobs in bars and restaurants. There was a big increase in educational jobs as well, with 269,000 jobs hiring. What also went up, though, the unemployment rate, which rose slightly to 5.9%. Now, that is much lower than the nearly 15% rate in April 2020, though still higher than the 3.5% rate before the pandemic. Search and rescue efforts continue at the site of the partial condo building collapse in Surfside, Florida. It comes as officials say they may soon have to demolish what is left of the building. Work was halted Thursday as engineers assess the safety of the remaining structure. Right now, 20 people have been confirmed dead. 128 are missing. Officials are monitoring Tropical Storm Elsa, which may hit Florida late Sunday and halt rescue workers. 2 pilots are injured as a cargo plane makes an emergency landing in the ocean off the coast of Hawaii. The plane departed from the airport in Honolulu and was heading to Maui when the 2 pilots reported engine trouble, tried to return, but crash landed in the water. The Coast Guard put out video of the rescue of the pilots. Tonight, one is in critical condition, the other in serious. The FAA and the NTSB are investigating. Airlines may soon have to issue refunds for losing your bag or not offering a service. A proposal from the Biden administration will require refunds if airlines fail to deliver a bag within 12 hours of the landing of a domestic flight or 25 hours after an international flight. It would also require refunds for fees on extras such as internet access if the airline fails to provide the service. If approved, the law could take effect by next summer. And American sprinters' Olympic hopes are in jeopardy at this hour. Sha'Carri Richardson will not participate in the 100 meters, and that's because she tested positive for marijuana. Kimberly Gill in the newsroom with more. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson had been considered one of the favorites for gold in her signature event, the 100 meters, but in which she holds the second fastest time in the world this year at 10.72 seconds, by the way. But she punched her ticket to Tokyo last week with a dominating victory at the U.S. trials in Eugene, Oregon. But the positive test invalidates those results, and now she's under a 30-day suspension. This morning on the Today Show, Richardson said she takes responsibility, but also explained that she ingested marijuana to deal with learning her biological mother had just passed away, something she learned from a reporter during an interview.
Definitely triggered, and from there just blinded by emotions, blinded by sadness, blinded by just hiding hurt, honestly, for the fact that I know that I can't hide myself. So at least in some type of way, I was just trying to hide my pain. I apologize. As much as I'm disappointed, I know that when I swim on the track, I don't represent myself. I represent a community that has shown me great support, great love. And to y'all, I failed y'all. And so I apologize for the fact that I didn't know how to control my emotions or deal with my emotions during that time.
Now, marijuana is legal in Oregon, but under World Anti-Doping Agency rules, it's prohibited in competition. Richardson may still be able to compete in Tokyo. Her suspension is for 30 days, which will end July 27th. The 100 meters event will happen during her suspension, but the women's relays will happen after the suspension. So we'll have to wait to see if she's selected as a member of that relay team. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Beaumont Health launching a new study that will allow participants to monitor their immunity to COVID-19 over the next 2 years. The research is designed to help better understand how a person develops antibodies after being vaccinated and how long those antibodies last. Researchers plan to study healthy volunteers and those who are immune compromised. Participants must be within 30 days of receiving their first dose of a COVID-19 vaccine or plan to receive the vaccine within 7 days of enrolling in the study. You can find more details at clickondetroit.com. Still ahead at 4, it might be the best public service announcement ever made. You got to see the video of kids telling adults how they should behave on airplanes. And next, the surprise decision to shut down a famous Polish seminary right here in Metro Detroit where a pope once studied.